Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Not Another Mom podcast. It's time to take that mom hat off because this is after hours and I'm making you off the clock. This podcast is here to help you know your worth because damn girl, you're a goddess who deserves to live the life of your dreams. I'm your host, Leslie Sprague, and we talk everything from manifesting to motherhood. Yes, those little monkeys will still creep in here or there. Spirituality to girl talk with your besties, and from business to finding that balance in life. I'm here to remind you that you are worth it. Life gets to be easy for you, and your dreams really can come true. So grab your favorite glass of wine, craft beer, or if you're a whiskey and diet kind of girl, grab that and let's get this show on the road.
Hey everybody, and welcome. I am so excited for this live, you guys. I have so much information to share with you that's like, I didn't put a title on this or anything. It just is going to be absolutely amazing. So that being said, I wanted to hop on and talk to you guys a bit about the vortex and what it is, what it symbolizes. I am a big believer of like creating my containers with so much symbolism and alignment and magnetics that that's what I want to share with you guys on why I created this container. So, when we go down a vortex, the vortex is, you know what? I need my notes at the moment. Sorry. I am just doing things a little frustrated. Anyway, I'm realigning my energy and getting things properly set up. So, okay. Because I was doing a little bit of research earlier this morning about vortex. I love going deep, and that is part of my human design is the research and the information. So I want to share that with you. So this is the definition of a vortex. Vortexes are areas that serve as a pathway to spiritual energy, or even other dimensions. As a place of wonder, they contain a universal life force, often enough to refresh your internal tank of spirituality. And the funny thing about that definition is it aligns so much with how and why I created this container that it just reading it, I was like, oh my God, okay, this is in such alignment. Okay, so we have and go through vortexes all the time. You think of, like, you may have heard of vortexes occurring on the earth, like in Arizona. Sedona, Arizona is a spiritual vortex, and it's a place when people go, they transform their energy, and there's spots all over the world that transform people's energy when they visit them. So we can also create vortexes within our own life. So vortexes are also present within our body. They're the gateways when we access our universal energy. And they allow us to become part of the ebb and flow of the universe. So sometimes when we get into a vortex and we begin the journey of healing, it can take us down a very deep, dark road. Doing the unsexy healing work isn't always fun. It isn't always pleasant. And sometimes when we get in this vortex, it can lead us to a downward spiral. It can almost like suck us into the darkness. So instead of doing the, and you know what? Situations can cause us to go down these dark vortex spirals. For me, one of them was when my dad passed away. When he passed away, my brothers and I inherited a business overnight. And we had to get right back on the horse and start running the business. Fortunately, we were all working and familiar with the business, so it wasn't as if we were going in blind. But that, coupling with dealing with the grief of losing my dad and inheriting this business went 24/7, still does. It goes 24/7. It is always going. And so it's a transportation company, and the trucks are always moving 24/7. So we would have to be on call. And sometimes at 1 a.m. in the morning, you get a call from a driver. They need something taken care of. And so thus begun my vortex of negativity. And when I went, not negativity per se, but I began to, there was grief already lingering, and then the stress of the business and the immense pressure we were under, it created this negative vortex for me. I began to disconnect. I began to disconnect from my relationship and retreat inwards and, like just go in this dark internal place. And eventually I came to the realization that this isn't meant for me. I am not meant to live my life in this way, and there has to be something better for me in this capacity. I knew there was something more. So I made this decision to leave. And, some people probably thought it was the most bizarre thing, because this business is self-sufficient for the most part. Clients come to us. We do not have to seek out clients. And it is a very successful business in a very successful area. And, from the outside looking in, they probably thought I was off my stick because I decided to walk away. To me, there was more importance in my health and my relationships than to continue. And this was also a family legacy. My brothers and I were the fourth generation of our family to carry on the family business in some capacity. So it is like a part of that. I went through the struggles of leaving the family legacy and the gift that Dad had left us and all of this stuff. And it took a lot of time to unburden myself of all of this stuff. So this was my negative vortex. And when you are out of the vortex, you are energetically kinked. You are not able to let the good stuff in that you have been calling in. And it often feels frustrating and helpless and fearful or angry when you are out of your vortex. So when you become more in alignment, what I envisioned for this vortex was the evolution. Like, we start from so much up here that we're able to dial in to this place in the center and connect to our heart center once again, thus becoming more in alignment. All the stuff at the top of the funnel doesn't matter anymore. And you get to this place that becomes simpler. It becomes more filled with ease, and it means that you are in alignment with who you really are, and you're feeling fabulous, and you're in vibrational alignment with your desires. It's represented by feelings like enthusiasm and inspiration, passion, joy, and appreciation. Being in the vortex means that you are experiencing the kind of alignment that fosters magic and miracles. This is what happens inside of the vortex. It's where you get inspired answers to your questions effortlessly. It's where things in your world get to come together beautifully, and you get to feel like you are on top of the world. So if you're familiar with human design, I am a projector. And as a projector, our superpowers are to do things more effortlessly and to be able to do things quicker. So when clients work with me, we are able to move through the blocks that are preventing them from where they want to go in a much faster capacity. And I'm able to do things differently. Quite often my clients say to me, how do you do that? A lot of times I'm so in tune with where they're thinking. If we're on a visualization part of the call, and we can, I'm often saying things that they're seeing. So we do things fast when we work inside this container. I see things differently, I do things differently, and I'm able to see all sides of the coin, or all sides of the story that you are sharing and that we're working through. So this is why I created the Vortex. It's to take you out of the downward spiral that you might be heading on, and to instead transform it into a spiral of evolution. As we move forward through the vortex, we gently peel away the layers that are holding us back, that we put on to mask us through the journey that we have. And this is why this container is so powerful. I've been while I was journaling about this class and this live, I got the message that I really needed to share with you that you are not alone on this journey, nor do you have to be alone. I've been really tapping into the whispers and the nudges that are coming through for me, and this is what you get when you work with me. So, inside the vortex, this is how I turned my vortex into an evolution, was by doing the energy work, choosing to focus on me above everybody else, including my kids. Because if I do not take care of myself, then I am not in the right place for my kids. So I take care of me first. I put me first so that I can show them to do the same for themselves. So I began to see my personal healing as setting me free. I feel lighter each and every time I tap in and reconnect to myself. I have improved my efficiencies within my business like no other, because I'm able to tap into my intuition and my superpower, which is like understanding energy work and making it so easy to understand for my clients. That is my superpower. So in part of tuning into my clients and this live, what I am seeing and where you are right now is like, I very much see a ball of tangled weeds. And there is so many things attaching to you that are holding you down. And you're like, you know how you can see in those shows sometimes, and I can't even think of like what show I've seen it on, but you get so caught up, and like the more you try to get out of the weeds, it's actually just tangling you up more. So you kind of just give up and fight. We take those weeds off so that you can let your full light shine. Your lotus flower, the lotus flower in itself, it rises up from the mud. It literally thrives in mud. So we're going to help you to rise up out of your mud and fully blossom into who you are creating. So the Vortex is a program for people who are ready to step into their next elevation of business. For people who are ready to have massive transformation. Like, I wish you could just see what I see for you when you are at the end of this container. So there are 3 or 6 month options, and with whichever you choose, the transformation you are going to have is going to be out of this world. Inside this container, we focus on the business side. We focus on the energetics, and we focus on the mindset work. I am guided. I tune into each session what every person needs, and I am guided to what you need for each session. Some sessions we might be focusing on the business. Some sessions we might be focusing on energetic work. Perhaps it might be all mostly energetic work, but we tune in to what we need to do, and that is my gift. I see things very clearly. So if you choose the 6 month option, this is like us putting on scuba gear and taking a deep dive down to do your work, to get to the root of those unsexy moments and find your coral reef that is buried deep inside you. We bring it out to the surface, and yeah, this is my gift. And I can't wait to share it with you. So I have spaces open for the Vortex. If this is calling your name, send me a DM and let's get you signed up, because I am so ready to help you get there. I have so much love for you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you in a bit.
Thank you so much for listening. If you loved this episode, will you do me a favor and help spread the love? Go ahead and leave a 5-star review and share this episode on your Insta stories. If we aren't yet connected on Instagram, come follow me at Leslie & Co XO. And since everybody spells my name wrong, that's Lesley and Co XO. And leave me a line and say hi. Have an amazing day, beautiful, and we'll catch you next week.